Welcome back guys to our next tutorial presented by Clipsec. Okay, so I am Saroj and I will be instructor for this video. Basically in this series of Linux tutorial we have already gone through some of the Linux basic as well as advanced concept. So in this today video we are going to learn some command line utilities to sort and manipulate text in our Linux file system. So without any delay, let's get started. So the first command we are going to look at is grep. Okay, so the grep simply stands for globally source for regular expression and print. Okay, so it is an old command utility which I guess is present in almost all the Linux distros. Okay, so the main thing which we can do with the grep command is to source for the given string or set the strings in our text file. So if I go to its manual page by typing man-grep, here we can see some sort of information here. Okay, here is grep, ugrep, ubgrep. Okay, so basically there are two modes that we can pass with the grep. So if I want to source for the fixed string, then we can use ubgrep or grep dash uf. By default, grep utilize the fixed string sorts. Okay, so if I want to source for the regular expression for the sort for the text by passing some sort of wildcards with it, we can do it through grep dash e. Okay, now let's have a look how we can do those sources by using two modes. Okay, so if I have to go to the documents because I have kept some files in there. So here you can see some sorts of text file that I have been created. Okay, so if I want to source for the text in our text file, then I have to grep, then our source pattern. For this example, I write security, then our test file. Okay, so the command simply tells us to source for the given string, which in our case is security, in our file which is test.txt. So it will print out those lines which has got security in their sentences. Okay, so the command has utilized the fixed string sorts. Okay, so if I want to print out those line numbers which has got security, then we have to do grep dash yon security and our text file. Okay, so it will print out the line numbers. Okay, so here you can see in my screen it has print out those line numbers 5, 13, 22, 37, 39, but you can see in the screen that it has only source for the given string which is lower in case. Okay, so there is a capitalized which is started with the security, but it hasn't specified it. Okay, so by default grep is a case sensitive command. Okay, so if I want to make it in case sensitive, then we have to do grep dash I, then it will print out those lines which has got capital letters on it ORs. Okay, so before it was not printing out the capital letters, but now it is printing out the security or the capital letters which is being started with the yes letter. Okay, so there are some sort of another flags or the other commands which you can pass with the grep command. So if I want to pass some regular expression or some sort of the wildcards, then we can do it through grep dash e, then our source pattern. So in this case I am writing the letters which start with the capital T, then our text file, in this case text.txt. Now it will print out those lines which is starting with the capital letter T. Okay, so here I passed some sort of regular expression. So the regular expression are the set of the wildcards that we can use with a grep command. Okay, so it makes our source more effectively and more quickly. So there are other wildcard also which we can see by going to man7 regex. So there are some sort of wildcards that you can learn to explore more about it. So if I want to source for the grep -e that ends with the ingresia, engresia, ingresia word, then I have to do dash grep dash e, then ingresia, then a dollar sign. Okay, so before I was writing caret symbol, but now I am using dollar symbol, which means those letters which into the ingresia word will be printed out on my screen. Then we have to pass the text file. So it is printed. So it has printed out those sentences which is being ended with the ingresia word. Okay, so there are more other commands which you can pass with the grep command. So you can learn more about it by going through our blog site or by looking at its manual page. Okay, so now we have seen how we can source the given text through the grep command. So let's see how we can sort the given text or the numbers through the sort command. Okay, so sort is a command line utility which is mainly used to sort the given strings or the numbers. Okay, so for this example I have created some of the rough text files. So if I go to ls, then if I then you can see here some of text, some of the given text file. So if I want to look their contents through cat, so if I want to sort those names through alphabetical order, then I can do sort names dot txt. So now the names are being sorted in the alphabetical order. Okay, so let's see how we can sort the numbers. Okay, so for this example I have also created some text file. So if I cat those files through cat numeric.txt, then you can see in my screen that they have got some of the random numbers on it. Okay, so if I want to sort them in the ascending form, then I can do it through sort dash n for number and the file name. So in this in our case file name is numeric.txt. so now those random numbers are being sorted in the alphabet in the ascending order. Okay, so if I want to reverse them or if I want to sort them in a descending form, then I can do it through sort dash n for the number and r for the reverse order. Okay, then our file name. So in our case numeric.txt is the file name. Okay, so now those random numbers are being sorted in the descending or as a, or in a reverse order. So now we have seen how we can sort the given text as well as numbers. So now let's see some of the advanced terms that we can use through sort command. Okay, so for this case I will just do ls, then I have made some of the rough text file. So if I want to cat numer text dot txt, then you can see on my screen that there are some names and the numbers which are being separated by the comma. Okay, so if I want to sort those numbers which are before comma, sort those names which are before comma, then I can do it through sort then simply the file name. So now the those names are being sorted in the alphabetic order, but you can see in my screen that the numbers aren't being sorted. Okay, so to sort those numbers we have to specify the delimiter. So in our case the delimiter is a comma. So basically delimiter is a character which specify the which specify the beginning of a odd and the int of a odd. Okay, so to sort the numbers we can do it through sort, then T for delimiter, which is our case is comma, then we have to specify the column name. So if I want to sort those numbers which are in column 2, so dic is so those names are being in column 1 and those numbers are in column 2. So if I want to sort those numbers, then I have to specify n. Okay, then I have to specify the numer text dot txt. So now you can see in my screen that the numbers are also being sorted in the ascending form. So if I want to sort those numbers in a reverse order, then I can do it through 2nr. So again those numbers are also being sorted in the descending form. Okay, so let's see another example of it. So numeric.txt, I have created some other text file here. So if I want to cat n mb number string string dot txt, then if I want to sort those names, but as you can see in my screen that there is no any delimiter comma, there is a delimiter space. By default I have created the delimiter space on this file. Okay, so if I want to sort those names as well as numbers, and I can do it through sort, then we have to specify the delimiter by typing space, or have the or we can type sort dash k column and column 2, which is in our case, and if I have to n, then the file name, which in our case file name is nmbr number string dot txt. So now those numbers are also being sorted in the ascending form. Okay, so now we have seen how we can sort those text as well as the numbers through the sort command. So let's see how we can manipulate the text through the set command. Okay, so I'll just clear it out through clear. So if I want to learn more about the set, then I can do set man set. Okay, so here you can see some sort of information for the set command. Okay, so I'll just quit from here. Okay, so now I have created some of the rough text file for this demonstration. So if I do just ls, then here are some of the rough text file. Okay, for this purpose. So if I want to do set, which mainly stands for stream editor, and which main approach is to manipulate the given text file. Okay, so if I do just cat text manipulation.txt, then there are some sort of sentences on it. Okay, so so let's see how we can manipulate the text through the set command. So I have to do just set, then I have to give double quotes, then I have to specify substitute, yes for substitute, then I have to specify those letters which I want to substitute, T, and after it we have to specify by which we have to substitute. So I will just specify small t here. Okay, so now I have to do pass the text file, that is text manipulation. Okay, so now the command simply tell us to substitute the capital letter T with the small letter t. Okay, so if I do just hit enter, so now you can see in my screen the first capital letter T is being substituted by the small letter t, but you can see here there are also capital letter T after it, okay, but they aren't been affected by this command. So to substitute the whole letters on our text file, we have to specify G on it, okay. So G for globally. So it have been saying that the capital letter T is being specified by small letter t as a whole or a globally in the text as a given file. So now those letters which have the capital letter T on it are being substituted by the small letter t. But if I go to its original text file, then you can see here that they aren't been affected by this command, because by default set only affects those text in my console or in my output, okay. So if I want to substitute those commands in the original file also, then I have to specify set dash I, then the double quotes, then the substitute, then so if I want to substitute small letter p with the capital letter P, then it's globally, then after it we have to pass this text file name, which is in our case is text manipulation, okay. So if I go to its original file by doing cat text, then you can see here those small letter p is being substituted by the capital letter P in all the text which is present at this text file, okay. So suppose if I want to delete the given text in our text file, then I can do it through set, then the double quotes, then which I want to delete. Suppose if I want to delete those letters which start with the capital letter T, then D for delete, then I have to pass the text file name, okay. So the command simply tell us to delete those letters which is being started with the capital letter T. So now you can see in my screen those sentences which are being started with the capital letter T are being deleted from my text file. So there is no any text or a sentence called the performance on the, of Linux. The first sentence are being deleted by this command, okay. So if I go to its original file, then there will be no any effect in those files, okay. So now you can see here there is no any effect by this command on the original file, okay. Now we have seen how we can source and sort as well as manipulate files, manipulate text through the various commands such as grep, sort and set. Now we are going to look at its awk command, which is one of the most powerful tool present in the Linux distros, which is mainly used for the manipulation of the text in our files, okay. So if I do just man and awk, then here are some sort of information that we can use with it. So it is one of the strongest command that is present in our Linux, okay. So if I just quit from here, so let's see how we can use this command in our Linux distros, okay. So if I do just ping Google, yes, ping 8.8.8.8, then you can see here the results are being prompted in the column based or the column based result, okay. So they are showing us the column based result. So if I do just Ctrl C, then you can show in my screen that 64 is in column 1, bytes is in column 2, form is in column 2. So this those are the field separated type values, okay. So if I just do awk ping 8.8.8.8. Then if I do just pipe here, so pipe is one of the most essential symbol which is used to redirect the output of the previous files to the next command is its input. Okay, so if I do there awk, then I have to specify double quotes. Then if I do just print out only the line column 3 and column 4, then it will print out those columns which are present at column 3 and column 4. So now you can see in my screen those lines are only printed which are being present at column 3 and column 4. Okay, so let's look some of the advanced flags which we can use it. So if I do just cat .txt, then you can see here there are some sort of text which are being separated by the double quotes. Okay, so if I want to specify the field separator, then I can do it through cat awk space, then I specify begin, then the field separator fs is equal to, which in our case it's double quotes, then the semicolon, then again print equal to, sorry, there are some of the syntax error. Oh, so my fault, I have to specify begin before the double quotes. So now you can see in my screen the results are being prompted after double quotes sign only. Okay, so if you want to print out the line numbers 1, then I can do it through, it will print out all those lines which is presented our text file paw.txt. So there are some sort of commands that we can pass with it. So to learn more about it, you can go through its manual page. So here I have some of the fundamentals concepts about the text manipulation and sourcing for the text in our Linux file system. So that's it for guys. Hope you have enjoyed this video, and please keep supporting us for further contents in this YouTube channel.